Hi, I'm Sully from Make 'em Break 'em Sports Fitness Training, here to discuss and follow up on a video just uploaded, which is your basic and advanced backpedaling styles. Basic being your traditional backpedaling style. It's where your eyes and chest is 100% focused on a wide receiver. With this being said, this allows the QB, the offensive coordinator, and anybody in the stands know that you are in man-to-man coverage. This gives the offense an advantage to make their checks and try to utilize their receiver if they feel they have an opportunity or discover that you have a weakness. If your hips are too slow or if you're a slower DB, then they can make adjustments and check to a route that would benefit the offense. So you as a defender better be ready to battle. Your traditional backpedaling style, it has been taught for many years. We know you are in man-to-man. And so if you don't have a good pass rush, then therefore you are in for a battle. So you better know your ability, and you better know the receiver ability and skills when you line up versus him and you give away that you are in man-to-man. But that's something else I teach later in another segment, so I don't want to jump ahead. We're going to talk about strengths and weaknesses and knowing who the receiver you are defending, strengths and weaknesses. We'll get into that later. Now let's look at some advanced styles of backpedaling, which we would like to say, first one being your transitional style of backpedaling, which is done from the advanced stance. It's basically you giving the offense a zone look because your eyes is focused in the backfield. The receiver is in your peripheral. So at the snap of the ball, you are transitioning from a zone look into your man coverage. But by giving a QB the zone look, and especially if y'all play cover 3, which is zone, except you are usually on the outside shed, you can mix this up. When you're in cover 3, you could give a man look. When you're in man, you could give a zone look, vice versa. But that's something that we'll go into in a later segment when we get into zone. Disguising the coverage is basically important to give you the advantage over the offense, so therefore he can't give no read. But with this transitional backpedaling style, which is done from the advanced stance, you giving a quarterback a zone look anyways. Therefore, if he can't get a pre-snap read from you, then he has to look at the other defensive players on the field and try to get read from them, because timing is everything. He does not have all day to be wondering what coverage you're playing, you know. The second type of advanced backpedaling style is what we call a square cross. Square cross is your chest is facing the line of scrimmage. What this will allow you to do is see the receiver and what's going on in the backfield, and also the path of the football. So this technique is designed for slants, curls, quick crosses, short digs, any attacking inside route in a 3-step game. Some people might say, oh, what about the 5-step game? What about the deep dig? It can work, but understanding man-to-man is not likely that you're going to be able to maintain backpedal through the duration of the route at that short of a distance. And you will learn that once we get into the concept and the intention of how to play off man. But for right now, we're going to use the square cross for the 3-step game. So you may ask the question, how do I know when to use this technique? Let me tell you, I'm glad you asked. It's called, once again, what I shared in a few videos before, it's called route recognition. Knowing what possible routes the receiver can run based on his alignment around the numbers. We will get into deeper details about route recognition as we get into the concept and how to play off man and game time performance. We're going to learn all those things. But for right now, it's called route recognition. You're seeing how the receiver aligns himself around the numbers and knowing what possible routes that he can run and what possible routes that he's limited to based on his alignment. And also another little small factor that plays into is knowing where the ball is on a hash. So we'll get into deeper details on that. I don't want to go jump ahead, but that is one way that you will be able to tell and that you will learn as we get into other things later on, that route recognition is key to understanding when to apply techniques that will give you an advantage over the wide receiver. The next type of advanced backpedaling style is the butt lead. It's simply leading with your butt towards the inside. You're in a half-turned position. This technique, or advanced backpedaling style, allows you to drive on corner routes or any go route or anything deep or short on the outside. That is ranging from, because what this entails is you being able to backpedal with your butt leading, which allows you to wall off the wide receiver. So if you have a two-way receiver, which we say receivers that like to make double moves, understanding that if he runs a post, you already walled them off from the post, and now you're in good position for when he runs the corner. So when he goes post to set up the corner route, you're in great position to wall him off from the post and attack that corner route and drive and possibly beat him to the ball. That's why it's going to be key, which we're going to learn later on, is knowing your ability. Also, you might say, what if he runs, which I think I demonstrated on the video, what if he runs the corner post? Easy. If he runs a quick corner post, this allows you to quickly speed turn smoothly because you're already in a half-turn position. So you're going to be able to transition without losing a step. If you have missed out on all the videos I upload, go back and watch each one of them because they all interact with each other and going to create advancement for you once we get into learning how to play off man. This is an arsenal of techniques and mental preparation that will allow you to play at high level and play comfortably without giving a quarterback or being read all the time. You do not want to be in the same technique all the time because people like offensive receivers, which I played for many years, can have the advantage over you. So another thing that I love to teach that is key to you developing and utilizing these advanced techniques is to understand how a wide receiver thinks. Understand how an offense thinks. Understand how a quarterback thinks. But mostly focus on wide receiver because wide receiver allows you to think like a wide receiver. And if you think like a wide receiver, you will become a wide receiver, except at a different position. So therefore, you will know when to look up for the ball and take advantage over the wide receiver as a defender. So the ball is rightfully yours when it's in the air, but most DBs are taught traditionally, which allows them to be an average DB and limit their full potential, is because they are taught certain basic techniques. As we get into further depth, you will learn when to look up, why to look up, and what areas that you should not look up. We're going to break all this down. I promise. Stick around because we're going to go from off man to press man into zone, and with highly advanced techniques that can give you the advantage versus your opponent. I don't want to get into deeper details, but hey, I'm Sally Beard from Make 'em Break 'em Sports. Go to YouTube, Make 'em Break 'em Sports, and check out the videos. So stick with me, and I'll see you next time.